Alright, so welcome to my review of... We've seen this iteration of the character travel around the world, but now he's in the place he belongs. Spider-Man is back in New York City. Spider-Man is home, protecting the citizens and his loved ones. It's been a while since Spider-Man has actually felt like a real person, and that's largely due to the fact that the city in itself is a character in this film. During the credits, we see magnificent shots of New York City, because the city is what makes this character feel alive. The feeling, the people, the place, it's all part of the DNA of Spider-Man. The last film to make me feel this was Tobey and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, where we had the genuine and real interactions of random civilians on the streets with Spider-Man. What a wholesome film. Like so many people have already said, Tom's Peter Parker has gone from Spider-Boy to Spider-Man. The film starts off as Peter struggling to find any sort of balance between his life as Peter and Spider-Man. In fact, at this stage, there is no Peter Parker. Only a shadow of him exists within Spider-Man, as he's saving the city and ridding it of all crime. Spider-Man has consumed Peter Parker, because Peter has no other life. He has no one else. He has no May, no MJ, and no Ned. No one else exists right now, other than Spider-Man. But there is something missing. Peter is longing for that emotional connection once again. He tracks Ned and MJ through social media. He follows Ned home. Even though the mask is the face of the city, Peter is the most lonely person on the planet. Being only Spider-Man is not enough. The film uses the evolution of Spider-Man as a metaphor for the evolution of all of us at a certain stage in our life. When we try to find meaning, when we're searching for something more, a deeper, more philosophical understanding of the world and ourselves, an existential question. Spider-Man now starts taking over, and we see Peter start to lose himself in all of this. We see the transformation, but Peter fights back to not lose himself. Peter desperately wants to cling on to what he holds most dear, his values. This story gives the audience the most genuine character study of Spider-Man and Peter Parker since Spider-Man 2. The duality of this life, the struggle between Peter and Spider-Man, in a very literal way. We see all of that in front of us. In my reaction video, I mentioned that Spider-Man is one of us, and this is exactly what I mean. Spider-Man exists in all of us. We have this same struggle of power and responsibility, and to use these as resources to protect the people around us every single day. To use these tools to help us fight for what is in the greatest good of everyone. God, I love this movie, what it represents and what it's trying to say. If I was to pitch this film to anyone, this is exactly what I'd say. To suppress one part of us, a part that is changing, is to deny the fact that we change, and therefore we deny our own self. Tom Holland has absolutely hit it out of the park with this film. He still remains the most innocent portrayal of this character, who is so earnest and pure, yet there's another element added to him in this film. There's a confidence. There's undeniably a part of him, which is a new part of his character. There's a self-assurance, a poise. He's calmer, he has a strong sense of self-belief, and his journey has brought him here to this inflection point, this resolution. A literal and complete transformation of this character. I won't go into much detail about the technical aspects of this film, because I mentioned them in my reaction video too, but this film is so aesthetic. The city of New York. The colours are a little subdued, the streets aren't clean. There's a little darkness in each frame. The contrast is just a little higher than it is in other films in the same genre, and the saturation is just a little bit lower. It looks imperfect, yet in the most perfect way. The perfect balance of dark and gritty and colourful and hopeful. It all adds to the vibrancy of the city, and making it feel like a real place with real people and real problems. The people of New York deserve another mention here, especially two very core members of the cast who deserve all the flowers, pun not intended. Liza Colon-Zayas, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, who plays Detective Jean DeWolf. She has so much heart. I won't lie, I'm a little biased. She's the star of one of my favourite episodes of TV of all time, an episode of The Bear. Maybe I'll do a video on that sometime soon. But this actress is incredible. She has just an amazing presence about her. We don't see her interact with Spider-Man much, but the moments we do, even if they're just on the phone, are incredible. I appreciate so much the fact that the city sees Spider-Man as the hero, but she sees Peter, a young boy just doing his absolute utmost to protect civilians. She has such a warmth and compassion for Peter, and she sells it perfectly. She gives Peter the self-belief and respect he deserves. Also, Ned Leeds, played by Jacob Batalon. This guy has been Spider-Man's sidekick for 3 films and Peter's best friend. God, he's so good in this film. Peter, although forgotten, Spider-Man is not. And there was something so deep about Ned and Spider-Man's connection, it remained in Ned's memory. They had a history, as Spider-Man still saved Ned so many times. Jacob Batalon plays Ned to perfection, providing some much-needed humour and energy. My favourite scenes from the film were when Spider-Man was just chilling in Ned and MJ's apartment. For a moment, it genuinely felt like nothing had changed. I was waiting for Ned to just have a eureka moment and say, "Wait, Peter? But no, and the story did not warrant that. But we still got those moments. I also feel this film shows us that connections remain strong, even with those you haven't shared a life with recently. Because fundamentally, even though we change, we remain the same people. I loved everything this movie had to say. I won't go into spoilers much because it's still only been out for a short time, but the presence of another key Marvel character was so welcome, building the connective tissue once again like they used to in Marvel films back in the day in phases 1 and 2, and I loved it. I urge all of you to go watch this film if you haven't yet. It deserves to be seen with a huge crowd as it's heartwarming, triumphant, and a real crowd pleaser. I know I'll be going again soon. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I hope you're all having a great Sunday and weekend. See you tomorrow for a brand new Monday Blues. Until then, bye bye.